have a strong personality, and the viewers will see that once you see the show. Strong, feisty. Now, with such a strong personality, how is it that you were not allowed to tell your story? Like now, you're able to tell your story.
It's a choice, even to stay, and that was a big hurdle for me learning that, you know what, no matter what goes on, you make a choice to either stay to put up with it or to do it. So
I don't. Right. What made you stay and just?
Because that's what we did, and you know what, we were super proud of building an empire together, and Flex has never taken that away. He didn't always talk about it, but he was always encouraging and so proud of me. And you know what? There came a point where I changed, and I wanted something different. And you know, when you're used to something for so long, that can cause problems in a relationship. And you know, when we weren't together anymore, here I was, and I was used to doing business with a man and having a partner, and I lost the front person. So this show is part of that branding and, you know, coming out, and there is a little bit of it that is about having my voice, and anyone's lying, and that's what I talked about women on Twitter. Doesn't matter who you are, you do want to speak for yourself. It's not even that you want to speak badly, but just allow me to speak for myself, and I get that opportunity now. And he probably doesn't know, like, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about him. I really don't. It's more about me moving forward.
So, have you seen the show?
No, I have not seen the show. We might get a little pre-screening before it airs, but as of right now, we haven't seen it. We saw little bits and pieces when we came here tonight. So we stopped because we were kind of like, what do they keep in? What do they put out? But I haven't seen it. So.
And you've been pretty much the backbone to Lamar for so long and quiet, and you've just been his support. What made you come out now?
I feel like my story was being kind of told for me, and I had no voice. And I kind of was pushed out into a situation, you know, where paparazzi were outside my doors. I'm trying to live my life with my kids and just go to a soccer practice. So I kind of feel like either I could let somebody tell my story, or I can come out and tell my own story. And so that's why I decided to do the show. You know, the private jets, the mansions, the new bag, the new it bag. I lived that life, right? I lived that life, and it doesn't complete you. At the end of the day, it's not always as glamorous as it seems on the outside. And you can kind of get lost in that life. It's very easy to get lost in that life. So I guess, I mean, everybody's gonna live their own life the way they want to live their own life. But for that woman who's maybe in that, I'm just gonna kind of say, who maybe is in my situation what I was a couple of years back, I feel like if you feel like you're losing yourself, and if you feel that you've done all you can do, just take a couple of steps back and just, you know, you may love that person. Just because you love that person doesn't mean you have to be with them. So, I mean, yeah, but as far as going back to the superficial shit, at the end of the day, Jesus Christ is not going to care about your red bottoms.
A lot of women want to be in your shoes, the old shoes that you were in with the fabulous life, and although you still have, so they think, and that's where the question comes. What message do you have for those women who just want to be up under that man and have that lifestyle, but aren't familiar with who they are?
You know what, I think it's really easy to love somebody that is already famous, but to love somebody that has came from nothing, you know, and love them unconditionally and stand behind them and really root for them to get them to where they are, you know, where they become, that's the journey. That's a journey. It's easy to love someone and sit back and get a handbag and a pair of Christian Louboutins, you know, but to love someone and stand behind them when they have nothing. And I was 16, he was 19, and I was driving his Jeep Cherokee to school, sneaking out of the house to meet him at the park, you know, lying to my parents, telling them I was going to Amanda's house when I was yeah. So, I mean, it was an amazing journey. I don't regret anything. I love Floyd and will always love Floyd to death. I'm a huge fan, supporter, and friend, and I will always be here for him. And, you know, we have 3 beautiful children and that love their father to death, and I don't take anything away from him as a dad. Yeah. It was just a choice to take that back seat. Yeah, and you know, he's in his prime, and I was playing my role as a partner and as a friend to, you know, be very strong for him, you know, in his moments that he wasn't able to, you know, that he felt, you know, that he was weak. You know, there was times where I had to call the promoter up and tell them you got to postpone this fight. His rib's sticking out. And God forbid, over my dead body, will I allow the father of my 3 children get into that ring, and you guys are gonna numb his rib, and then they might not come home to their father. No, you know, and not only did it help me to make him strong as a person, it helped me to make me strong as an individual. And I don't think that had not had that opportunity to be strong for him, I wouldn't be able to be strong for myself in this moment right now where I'm at, and taking a stand for myself and my individuality and being okay with it and moving forward with it, if I hadn't had been that person genuinely from the beginning.